Yes, people, hope everyone is doing well. First thing that I want to say is apologies for the lack of uploads over the last couple of weeks. I know I haven't put a video out. This one, you're probably looking at about 2.5 weeks since my last one. Usually I aim for one every single week. I've had a couple of things going on behind the scenes. I've been in Nottingham quite a lot with 40. We've had some stuff going on. Stuff that I am quite excited to share with you. We've got some plans coming up. But the main thing is right now, behind the scenes, we've obviously just been focusing on making as much money as we can. Just ready, because obviously we are going to be moving into a unit together next year. So we've just been planning some stuff. And next week, next Friday, there's a massive Pokemon drop once again. Obviously we had one last month, sort of around the beginning of October. It was actually on the 10th, the day after my birthday, I remember. And me and the boys in the server, we're absolutely buzzing for it, because this one's going to be even bigger than last time. Listen, I'm not really a collector of Pokemon. Like I say, I'm just in the game to resell it and make a bit of money. But see it on the screen right now, I'll put it on. There's this new Charizard card that they're releasing. Had it in the Japanese Inferno X set, but now they're going to be releasing it as a UK card in the Phantasmal Flames. And people are saying it's actually the best Charizard card ever. So it's going to be extremely hyped, and all of the packs, boxes, everything that we're going to be picking up next Friday are going to be absolutely insane. We're going to make loads of money together. We've actually been thinking, me and 40, we don't know whether we're going to stay in Peterborough for it, or whether we're going to go around Nottingham and maybe around like that sort of area, because obviously in Nottingham it's way more remote. You've got a lot more stores that we can hit up. Obviously today it is going to be a Vinted video once again. I thought, just to get back in the swing of things, I'd upload a Vinted video. I've got loads and loads of parcels that I do need to open, so I'll open a couple of them on this video. You can see a lot of them are down here right now. It's a bit of a mess in here, to be fair. It's not too bad. I've got some boxes there. This stuff here's a lot of it's Pokemon stuff that I need to list up on eBay and Vinted today. Yeah, this stuff here is Vinted. Everything in that bag, shitly wrapped ones here are Vinted as well. Also received some more rails. I know I said in the last video I was going to be putting up some more rails. I didn't get around to actually doing it yet. It's obviously been a couple of weeks. Because I've not really been at home, I didn't really get the chance to do it. So now obviously they're in the unit. I might try putting them up on this video. I don't know if I need a hammer or any tools or anything like that to do it. So some lad in the server told me about them exact rails there. They're from Amazon. They were only like 25 quid each. And he said they were piss easy to put up, so that should be okay. Like I say, just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes at the minute. Stuff that I will be able to tell you obviously coming up over the next couple of weeks. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to waste any time at all. It's a bit hot in here. I need to take this coat off. Not going to waste any time at all. I'm probably just going to start ripping some Vinted parcels open now. It's not going to be the longest video in the world, but obviously it's going to be one that you guys are used to. Just a simple sort of me just showing you what I've been buying, what I've been flipping at the minute. Because to be fair, now that we are in the Q4 period, the winter period, obviously Vinted reselling around this time of year does pick up especially well. Obviously it's good all year round, but people just tend to pay up even more around this time of the year, because obviously we've got Christmas, and obviously living in the UK as well. This country right now is probably in the worst state that I've ever seen it. There's been so much shit going on. Obviously I live in Peterborough. We all know, I don't know if anyone's been keeping up with the news and stuff, what happened obviously just a couple of days ago around me. So it's quite scary right now, man, living in a place like this. Just obviously make sure that you are being careful at the minute, obviously the way the country's going. But what I was saying is right now as well, we are in probably the biggest cost of living crisis ever. Stuff is just super expensive, man, which is why obviously Vinted reselling and stuff does just pick up massively around this time of year, which is obviously why Vinted reselling is such a good thing, because obviously not everyone can afford to go out and splash £200 on a brand new pair of Nike trainers these days, or for example £230 on a Napapijri coat, because that's what they're retailing at now. And obviously because of that, we are able to make a lot of money from it as well from Vinted. So we're buying stuff for cheap, selling it for more. That's obviously how we make profit. Obviously to everyone that doesn't know as well, I use my Vinted monitor that's in my reselling server, which all of you guys can get access to with the link at the top of the description. It makes life so much easier. I'm able to spend way less time picking up stock, but at the same time get way more items as well. Yeah, been flying, man. Over the next couple of months, you're probably going to see like the hardest lock-in phase ever from me. Got a few goals in my head, obviously I want to succeed in. Loads of ideas coming up as well. Obviously I've got the meta glasses now as well, you guys know that. Not been using them too much, to be fair, but like for example next week when we've got the Pokemon drop and we're going to be going in stores, I'm going to be able to use them probably the whole day. So you're going to be seeing some good footage next week. It's really good for the Instagram reels and the TikToks and stuff as well, and the YouTube shorts. Anyway, what I'm going to do is now I'll set the camera up just where I was a second ago, and we'll get some Vinted parcels open. This is everything that I picked up this morning. This will probably be most of my purchases from over the last couple of days. But obviously I have stuff coming in every single day. The most important thing and what I like to stick to is to make sure that I'm buying a certain amount of items every single day, because then that means means with the backlog, you're going to be getting that number of items coming in every single day, if that makes sense. So let's say I bought 10 items today. Realistically, I probably wouldn't be expecting them until maybe the end of this week. Today's Tuesday when I'm filming, so I probably wouldn't be getting them till Friday or Saturday. Then if I was to buy 10 items tomorrow, the day after, that means I'm going to be getting 10 parcels coming in on average every single day, listing 10 items a day and obviously selling 10 items a day. And to anyone that doesn't know, obviously the average profit for me on a single Vinted sale is usually around the minimum £20 mark, which means I can make at least 200, sometimes up to £500 a day just from flipping items on Vinted. And I'm really not spending that much time out of my life doing this, man. Obviously, when I used to work full time, I was stuck in the call center. I was working maybe 9-10 hours a day on a capped wage. There was no more I could really make in that job. Whereas now I can invest as much time as I want, still make more than I was in that previous job. So yeah, self-employment, I think, is probably one of the best decisions that I ever made. Let's get these Vinted parcels opened. Probably going to need something to help me open them because there's a lot of tape on some of these. Shit. Right, first up, like I was saying, we've got a Napapijri coat. The ones that you want to look out for, I probably shouldn't be saying this in the video because I did tell everyone in the server about these just a couple of weeks ago now, and people have been absolutely flying on them. And the problem is, whenever I talk about stuff on my YouTube videos, it does seem to get a little bit saturated. To be fair, there's so many of these getting listed that I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. So yeah, Napapijri coat. When you are looking for these on Vinted, you always want to aim for the ones that have the fleece lining. So the inside of it is fleece, because you can get ones that are like mesh, you know what I mean, like a meshy material. They're not the ones that you want to be aiming for. These ones just hold so much more value. Obviously, as it's getting colder outside now, these ones are just selling a lot better. With the Napapijri coats, I usually sell them for anywhere between £50 to £60. I usually just list them up at the £50 mark and get them gone there. Picking these up all day between £15 to £20, so the returns on them are brilliant. Just want to make sure that I'm staying organised as well, sorting it out as I'm opening the parcels. Another parcel here. And what do you know? You can already see it's another Napapijri coat. Telling you guys, I'm not lying. These are absolutely crazy at the minute. These are probably my favourite item to resell right now, which I probably shouldn't be saying on the video, like I say, but whatever. I'll give you guys a treat. Early Christmas present. Yeah, this one's in really, really nice condition. I do find that the bigger the size on these, the better they sell as well. Doesn't matter really about the colours. I sold a pink one the other day for 50 quid. Fleece lining once again. You want to be aiming for the sizes probably medium to extra large. For me, they're the best move. Another Napapijri coat. I'm not going to explain these too much now. I'll just sort of say it as I'm opening them. Fleece line once again though. That's 3 parcels in a row now, and all of them have been Napapijri coats. I wonder how many of these actually are. Okay, we've got a pair of trainers here. So here we've got a pair of New Balances. I think these, what are they called? I always forget. I always get mixed up. It's either the 327s or the 527s. These are also really, really great sellers. What size are these ones? Yeah, so these ones are a size UK 8. UK 8, I'm usually selling these for anywhere between probably £35 to £45. These ones have kind of seen better days. I mean, there's a little bit of mud on them. Obviously, I'll be able to clean the mud off really easily. But yeah, I mean, definitely going to make a great return on them. Okay everyone, just jumping in this video quickly to tell all of you about Resell Locker, which is a reselling community and server that gives you all of the tools and information that you need to start your reselling journey. And more importantly, it's been created by me as well. You get full and immediate access to Europe's fastest Vinted monitor, which is pinging items 24/7, and it has an automated feature so it can pick up stuff for you when you're on the move. And the Vinted monitor isn't just available to people that live in the UK. It's scanning and monitoring over 20 different countries spread across Europe. You get access to a number of different price guides, including shoes, clothing, electronics, you name it, we've got a price guide for it. It shows you exactly what you want to aim to be buying your items for and what you want to be selling them for as well. And they're being updated constantly as the latest trends and seasons come around. There's also a complete Nike outlet reselling guide, which contains thousands of words. It's all in one document, and there's tons of photos to make it even more user-friendly. We also let you know in advance the best retail flips. We have a full guide for legit check-in, as well as a full team of people who are experienced resellers, can tell you straight away whether your item is counterfeit or fake. We will also inform you on all of the best Pokemon drops that are coming out on Pokémon Center, Smith's Toy Superstores, and we can even set up monitors for them as well, so you can purchase them immediately as soon as they come out. I've also created a large number of video lessons that you can watch as soon as you join. Do weekly group calls where everyone can join and share their ideas and show us your progress. I have the ability to book a one-on-one call with me as as well through the server. If you use this discount code that's on the screen right now, it's going to make your first month just £14.99. And in mind, majority of the flips that you do make these days, you are getting a minimum profit of £25 to £30. That means all you have to do is make one flip in that month you're in the server and you've doubled your investment already. And of course, if you realize at any point that this side hustle is not for you, you can cancel at any time. If you are interested in joining Resell Locker and starting your reselling journey today, make sure you click the link right at the top of the description. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Next one, we've got a pair of Nike Air Max 270s. Just always got to make sure, you've just always got to give the bubble a little feel to make sure that they aren't pops. These ones are only a size UK 6. Now, I did sell a pair of Air Max 270s in a small size the other day for just over £20. Now, smaller sizes, obviously women's sizes, they don't tend to sell as well. Well, sell pretty good, but just not for as much as men's sizes. A men's pair of Air Max 270s, I'll put it on the screen right now. I'm selling them all the time for anywhere between £32 to £35. Whereas in the smaller sizes, you're probably looking at anywhere between £20 to £26. It's only a small difference, but obviously you have got to remember this when you are buying on the monitor. You just got to know that obviously if you are going to be selling them for less, you need to be paying less as well to make sure that your margins are still just as good. These ones, I think I actually only paid about £5 for these. I mean, the stuff that you get on Vinted is insane because these retail at about £140. And you can see just on the condition there that these are looking really, really nice. There's actually minimal defects on them. Once you stick a shoe tree in that, they're going to look really nice when you are photoing them. I'm trying to mix it up a bit because I can see in the bag, a lot of them are quite like hefty jackets. Like you can tell they're Napapijri coats. So we've got another pair of trainers here anyway. Let's see what it is. I haven't picked a pair of these up in a while, so pretty weird to be holding these in hand. So these are Nike Air Zoom Tempo Next Percents. With Nike running shoes, there's so many different models, but there's 3 that I'd say that you always want to be looking out for. So the first ones I can show you are here. These are the Vaporflies. Now this model exactly is the Nike Vaporfly 2s. There's 3 different models of them. So you've got Vaporfly 1s, 2s and 3s. The 3s are very, very distinguishable. They are brilliant sellers, man. These are just as good as well, but obviously the retail is lower on these. So these aren't selling for as much. So in a small size, these are only a size UK 6. You're probably only going to be looking at getting like £30 for these. But when you are picking these up for anywhere between £5 to £12, can't really complain with your margins there. These are like the creme de la creme when it comes to Nike shoes in general. I mean, you're never really going to go and pick up a pair of like the massive sneaker collabs like the Travises, for example, like the Nike Yu-Gi-Ohs that come out a few weeks ago. These are just your standard Alpha Flies, but these are retailing at £280. So you can imagine when you are reselling them, you can actually fetch up to £100 for these. I'll put some photos of that on the screen right now as well. And obviously sometimes you can pick these up for anywhere around £20 to £50. You're always going to be doubling your money at least, but the returns that you can get on these sometimes is insane. What even is this? I know exactly what this is. Last week, there was a Pokémon Center drop. Like I say, obviously on the Pokémon Center website. They actually dropped some of these Mega Latias Xboxes, and then they also dropped some booster bundles as well. Now, with Pokémon Center, this is actually quite interesting. Obviously, Pokemon is like one of the most hyped hobbies in the world right now as we speak. Probably, I'm not even going to lie to you, probably the most hyped hobby in the world. I mean, the collecting on that at the minute is just crazy. Let me set you up here. I just want to show you something. So I'll show you on my phone right now. So basically, Pokémon Center is obviously Pokemon's official website where they do drop stock. They do it in the US, the UK, loads of different countries, okay? You need to make sure that you are on there very quickly, but as soon as they announce that they're dropping something, the queues will just absolutely fly. I mean, I've seen queues on Pokémon Center before of up to like 4 million people sat in a queue to get on a website to buy stock. So you need to be on there as quickly as possible. Now, the problem is with Pokémon Center is that they actually don't alert you when they are dropping stuff. They don't give you an email, don't give you anything. It's just all coincidence. Now, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have got access to a bot. I have one in my reselling server, and basically what it does is you can actually enable notifications on your mobile device, and it will send you an alert whenever a Pokemon Center queue opens, and it will even tell you profitable items you want to buy as well. And obviously I'm sat there on every single drop, as well as some of the staff team, and they're also letting you know and guiding you on what you want to be buying. So you can see, for example, here on the 28th of October, this is just a random one. We've had one since then as well. Let me flip this because it's going to be easier for me to show you. On the 28th of October, you can see there, Literally, it'll just say Pokemon Center Queue, Pokemon Center Security, and it'll even send you a Pokemon Alerts message as well. It adds the actual Pokemon role in the server, which gives you a notification on your phone. You can see resale locker monitors. It does it automatically. And then, obviously, it pings all of the items that you want to buy as well. So, for example, we had the Team Rockets Pokemon tins, the Mega Evolution Build and Battle boxes. They were retailing at £20. They're now selling for over 50. But yeah, obviously, you get the gist. That's exactly what we've been doing. Probably stupid that I'm going to do this. How about we open one of them booster bundles that I just got out? So that's going to be 6 packs. I can tell you right now, guys, you never ever want to rely on opening packs profit. You just don't. We'll open this booster bundle. It's only going to be 6 packs. So we'll fly through it and we'll see what we get. First pack. Here we go. If I see a gold card, I will freak out. First pack, dead. Don't rely on opening packs and gambling to make your profits. I mean, there's a chance, obviously, you could always get something. But, yeah, let's see what we get. No, dead again. Show me gold. Nothing again. Fucking out. I've opened so much of this set as well. Oh, I took 2 cards out there, but it's fine. Please. Please. First full art, but it's dead. Show me gold. Please show me gold. No, dead again. Last pack. This has got to be the worst booster bundle that Pokemon Center sent out. Come on, man. Oh my god. Literally nothing. Mad. That's how you waste £40, guys. And that's also an example of why you should not open your Pokemon packs when you are reselling them. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm probably just going to throw these railings up. I've got a couple of vintage sales that I do need to wrap up as well. Let me show you on my phone. I've had quite a lot actually over the last 24 hours, which is good. You can see I sold a prismatic surprise box, sold a Napapijri coat, few of them Air Max 90s. You can see I've had quite a lot of sales coming in. Been really, really good over the last few days. To be fair, them sales are all from the last 24 hours, but what I'm going to do is, guys, I don't think there's really much more for me to keep rambling on about right now. Next video is most likely going to be a clearance store video with 40. We're going to be going back to Birmingham next week. We haven't really been going to the clearance store that much. I mean, we went quite recently once, but obviously I didn't film it because we didn't do the whatnot. We're sort of just sitting on the stock right now. From next week, we're going to be getting back into the whatnot streams because they're so profitable, man. People don't realize how much money is actually in going to these Nike stores, picking up shoes and selling them for even more on a live stream, on a live bid. It's literally the easiest thing in the world, and the money and the profits that come in are absolutely insane. I can't remember the last time I did a whatnot stream and didn't make a profit of at least £1,000 just from literally 2 trips to the night clearance store, which in reality is probably only like a couple of hours of work. So I definitely don't want to slip off of that. And with Black Friday coming up as well, obviously you can imagine the discounts in these stores are going to be absolutely insane. That whole week I'm hearing is going to be crazy percentage discounts, but obviously, don't trust my words. I'll try to do some research and find out. I'll be letting everyone in the server know anyway. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to be wrapping this video up now. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to apologize one more time for the lack of uploads over the last couple of weeks. Not everything goes to plan sometimes, guys. And obviously, I've got a life as well. Stuff can happen behind the scenes. Obviously, like I say, I'm just a normal young lad. Obviously, I know that I'm basically running a business now and I'm doing all of this reselling. But obviously, shit does still happen. But thank you very much for watching once again. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I won't be disappearing again. I'm going to be back to the weekly videos. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.